Imagine waking up one morning, taking just a few steps out of bed, and suddenly feeling dizzy, unsteady, and then falling to the floor. The reality is that after the age of 60, 1 in 4 American women will experience a fall at least once every year, and it's not just about bruises. After 60, the risk of falling rises not simply because of age, but due to a series of biological changes happening simultaneously in the body. Muscle and strength begin to decline, a condition called sarcopenia, with an average loss of 1 to 3% of muscle mass per year. This leads to weaker legs, slower reflexes, and more difficulty maintaining balance when faced with even small obstacles. A fall can result in a hip fracture, loss of mobility, dependence on others, and even the devastating loss of independence and freedom, some of the most precious things in later life. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a specialist in senior health with over 20 years of experience caring for adults over 60. And today, I want to uncover with you the common mistakes that are silently stealing the balance, confidence, and independence of women after 60. You'll discover why light walking alone is not enough, why the shoes you're wearing could be undermining your stability, and why delaying cataract surgery or using multifocal glasses while walking can dramatically raise your risk of falling. These are not vague suggestions, but evidence-based facts. Research shows that balance training such as Tai Chi can reduce the risk of falls by up to 40%, and the sobering statistic that 22% of older women die within 1 year after a hip fracture. So let me ask you, do you think that just being more careful is enough to prevent falls? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your perspective could make others think twice. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to learn won't just help you walk more steadily, it will help you preserve the confidence and freedom that every woman deserves after 60. Now, let's begin with the first mistake. Mistake number 1, ignoring balance. Exercises and fall reflex training. The first mistake I see very often in women after the age of 60 is neglecting balance exercises and fall reflex training. Most people believe that daily walking is enough to keep the body flexible, but the scientific truth is completely different. In the United States, there are over 36 million falls each year among adults over 65, and women face the highest risk. Walking is great for cardiovascular health, but it does not train your ability to maintain balance or react quickly when your body becomes unstable. A Cochrane review found that targeted exercises such as Tai Chi, standing on one leg, or tandem walking can reduce the risk of falls by 30 to 40%, a number too significant to ignore. Even more important is training your reflexes when stumbling. Without practice, a small trip on a rug or a single stair step can turn into a serious injury. That's why I recommend spending at least 10 to 15 minutes a day on balance training. Stand on one leg while reading, walk a straight line down a hallway, or practice counting backward while walking to train your brain and body to coordinate. And don't forget to learn basic techniques for safe falling and standing back up correctly. Once you take control of your balance and reflexes, you won't just lower your risk of falls, you'll also regain your confidence when walking, climbing stairs, or even just moving around your home at night. This is the foundation for preserving your independence and freedom after 60. Mistake number 2, not checking your feet and footwear. The second mistake that many women over 60 make is neglecting their feet and footwear. Too often, women continue wearing worn-out shoes, loose slippers, or ignore foot changes caused by conditions like diabetes or arthritis, not realizing that the feet are the foundation for balance and safe mobility. Research shows that up to 70% of women over 65 have foot deformities such as bunions, hammer toes, or collapsed arches. These conditions reduce the contact area with the ground, making each step less stable and significantly increasing the risk of tripping. The problem becomes even more serious when the footwear is inappropriate. High heels or slippers can double the risk of falls compared to sturdy, supportive shoes. Many of my patients only recognize this issue after experiencing an unexpected fall. So, what's the solution? Have your feet examined at least once or twice a year to detect deformities or injuries early. Choose low-heeled, non-slip shoes that fit securely, instead of loose shoes or slippery soles. And don't forget to strengthen your toes with simple exercises, like using your toes to pick up a small towel. These small habits can make a huge difference, helping you walk more steadily, reducing your risk of falls, and most importantly, preserving your confidence and independence in daily life. Mistake number 3, only walking lightly without strength training. The third mistake I often see in women after 60 is focusing only on light walking while completely neglecting strength training. Walking is certainly good for cardiovascular health and mental well-being, but it is not enough to fight against muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia. Research shows that after age 60, women can lose 1 to 3% of muscle mass per year if they don't train properly. And when muscles weaken, the risk of falling increases 2 to 3 times. I have seen many patients who believed that walking every day was safe, yet they still stumbled simply because they no longer had the strength to lift their legs high enough to clear a doorstep. What many don't realize is that for the body to truly build and repair muscle, each meal must contain at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, along with about 2.5 grams of leucine. This is the threshold that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Along with a protein-rich diet, the body also requires consistent strength training. You don't need to lift heavy weights at the gym. Just 2 to 3 sessions per week of basic exercises such as sit to stand from a chair, light squats, resistance band pulls, or lifting small dumbbells is enough. These movements train both strength and power, the ability to rise quickly and step with stability, something walking alone cannot provide. When you combine proper protein intake with regular strength training, you will notice a clear difference: steadier steps, easier stair climbing, and most importantly, a significant reduction in fall risk, helping you preserve your confidence and independence after 60. Mistake number 4, ignoring orthostatic hypotension. The fourth mistake many women over 60 make is ignoring orthostatic hypotension, also known as low blood pressure, upon standing. Many people assume that dizziness or lightheadedness when standing up quickly is just a normal part of aging, but in reality, it's an important warning sign. Statistics show that around 20% of women aged 60 and older experience orthostatic hypotension, defined as a drop of at least 20/10 mmHg within 3 minutes of moving from lying to standing. When blood pressure suddenly falls, blood flow to the brain decreases, causing dizziness, loss of balance, and even sudden collapse without enough time to react. This is a hidden cause behind many unexpected falls that my patients have experienced. The good news is that this condition can be managed if you pay attention. Start by measuring blood pressure not only while sitting, but also in lying and standing positions. Stay well hydrated, maintain electrolyte balance, and rise slowly instead of jumping up too quickly. If you are on antihypertensive medications or diuretics, consult your doctor to adjust the dose or switch to safer alternatives. Studies show that early detection and management of orthostatic hypotension can significantly reduce the risk of falls, allowing you to maintain safety, confidence, and independence. Do not dismiss those fleeting dizzy spells. They may be the very first signal that your body is losing its balance. Mistake number 5, using medications that silently weaken your legs. The fifth mistake I want to emphasize is the use of certain medications that can silently weaken your legs and take away your balance after 60. Many of my patients believe that sleeping pills, anti-anxiety medications, or allergy drugs are harmless simply because they were prescribed or are widely available. But the scientific reality is very different. Large studies show that sedatives such as benzodiazepines, Z-drugs used for sleep, and anticholinergic drugs commonly prescribed for allergies or overactive bladder can increase the risk of falls by 30 to 50%. The reason is that these drugs cause drowsiness, slow reflexes, dizziness, and reduce the muscular agility needed to maintain stability. Many nighttime or early morning falls on the way to the bathroom are directly linked to these medications. The important thing is not to stop medication on your own, but to speak with your doctor and review your prescription list at least once or twice a year. In medicine, we call this a deprescribing visit, an appointment to evaluate and discontinue drugs that are no longer necessary. If you struggle with insomnia, prioritize behavioral therapies such as CBT/I or lifestyle changes for better sleep, instead of relying on sedatives. By managing your medications wisely, you not only reduce your risk of falls, but also stay more alert, walk more steadily, and preserve your independence in daily life. This is one of the simplest yet most powerful changes you can make to protect your health and confidence after 60. Mistake number 6: ignoring hearing, overlooking vision, and wearing multifocal glasses while walking. The sixth mistake many women over 60 make is neglecting their hearing and vision, two factors that seem simple but directly determine balance and safety when moving. Many assume that hearing loss or blurred vision is just a natural part of aging, but research shows that women with hearing loss have up to a 1.6 times higher risk of falls compared to those with normal hearing. This happens because when the ears no longer deliver full information, the brain loses its ability to orient in space and coordinate with the eyes to maintain balance. Vision plays an equally critical role. Women who undergo cataract surgery can reduce their risk of falls by 34%. On the other hand, continuing to wear multifocal glasses outdoors or on stairs significantly increases the risk of tripping, as distorted vision makes it difficult to judge distances. These statistics prove that your eyes and ears are not only for seeing and hearing, they are an integrated warning system that keeps you confident with every step. The best advice is to have annual vision and hearing checkups, use hearing aids if necessary, and most importantly, wear single vision glasses when walking, climbing stairs, or shopping to ensure clear sight. By taking care of your eyes and ears, you not only see and hear better, but also regain your stability, confidence, and independence well beyond age 60. Mistake number 7: not screening for osteoporosis. The seventh mistake that far too many women over 60 make is failing to screen for osteoporosis, a silent but extremely dangerous condition for your balance and freedom. Osteoporosis does not cause noticeable pain in its early stages, so it is often ignored, but its consequences are severe. Statistics show that 1 in 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture due to osteoporosis in their lifetime. Even more concerning, after a hip fracture, the 1-year mortality rate can reach 22%, and survivors often lose the ability to walk independently. That is why U.S. medical associations recommend that all women aged 65 and older undergo a DXA scan to measure bone density and detect the condition early. If osteoporosis is diagnosed, doctors may prescribe anti-resorptive medications along with adequate protein and calcium intake to lower the risk of fractures. Importantly, you should not rely solely on vitamin D supplements. According to the latest USPSTF 2024 guidelines, vitamin D alone does not help prevent falls. Instead, focus on a comprehensive strategy: regular screening, following medical treatment, maintaining a protein-rich diet, and consistent strength training. By actively preventing and treating osteoporosis, you are not only protecting your bones, but also preserving your confidence, independence, and the ability to live fully after 60. Mistake number 8: poor lighting, hidden hazards at home, and ignoring nocturia. The 8th mistake I often encounter in women over 60 is neglecting proper lighting at home, failing to address hidden household hazards, and underestimating the risks of nocturia, nighttime urination. Many people assume that simply being more careful while moving around is enough, but the reality is very different. Statistics show that nearly 50% of falls among older adults occur inside their own homes, particularly at night on the way to the bathroom. Everyday items that seem harmless, such as small rugs, loose electrical cords, or staircases without railings, can easily become the cause of lost balance and serious falls. Nocturia is another silent danger. Women who wake up to use the bathroom more than twice per night have a 1.2 to 1.3 times higher risk of falls, and this is also one of the most common causes of hip fractures in the dark. That's why you should never ignore frequent nighttime urination or unsafe living environments. The solution is simple yet highly effective. Install LED, motion sensor lights along hallways and in bathrooms. Remove slippery rugs, secure cords, and add railings on staircases or in the bathroom. If you experience frequent nocturia, consult your doctor to address the underlying causes rather than excessively restricting fluids. By improving lighting, eliminating home hazards, and managing nighttime urination, you not only reduce your risk of falls, but also regain your confidence and freedom of movement in your own home after 60. So, what can you do to reduce fall risk and protect your independence after 60? Truly. First, remember that balance does not depend solely on your legs, but on the coordination of muscles, bones, eyes, ears, and the brain. This means a comprehensive plan is essential. Exercise regularly, incorporating strength training at least 2 to 3 times per week to maintain muscle strength, and include balance exercises such as standing on one leg, Tai Chi, or tandem walking for 10 to 15 minutes daily. Alongside this, pay attention to nutrition. Each meal should provide 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, plus calcium and vitamin D from natural foods to support strong bones. Do not skip regular medical checkups, bone density scans, orthostatic blood pressure measurements, vision and hearing tests to detect risks early. Review your medications with your doctor, since many drugs can silently increase the risk of falls. And finally, improve your home environment. Install motion sensor LED lights, remove small rugs, secure electrical cords, and add safety railings where needed. By combining exercise, nutrition, medical care, and a safer living environment, you will not only significantly reduce your risk of falls, but also preserve your confidence, balance, and precious independence after 60. And we've now gone through the 8 common mistakes that often go unnoticed, yet quietly take away the balance, confidence, and even freedom of women over 60 in America. From skipping balance and reflex training, wearing inappropriate footwear, and relying only on light walking, to ignoring orthostatic hypotension, taking medications that weaken your legs, neglecting vision and hearing, failing to screen for osteoporosis, or living in poorly lit homes filled with hidden hazards, each of these can turn a seemingly minor stumble into a life-changing event. The most important message I want you to remember is that falls are not an inevitable part of aging. They are warning signs that call for action today. You can begin with small changes. Practice standing on one leg for a few minutes each day. Replace worn-out shoes with low-heeled, non-slip shoes. Add a motion sensor LED light in your hallway, or talk with your doctor about reviewing your medications. These simple steps can help you maintain your balance, your confidence, and most importantly, your freedom in daily life. If you found today's information helpful, share your thoughts or personal story in the comments below. Your experience may inspire and help another woman. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Senior Health Zone, and share it with your friends or loved ones over 60. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and I want to walk this journey with you so that every step you take in later life remains steady, safe, and full of confidence.